But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem. And he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate, because that's billions and billions of dollars. And it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all types. Electric, we want to have electric, but we want to have a gasoline, combustion. We want to have different. We want to have hybrids. We want to have all. We want to be able to sell everything. And when that was cut, and Congress wanted to cut it, he became a little bit different, and I can understand that. But he knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody, and he never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape. He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
Two titans, one explosive breakup, and a $200 billion question. What happens when the world's most powerful politician turns against its richest man? June 2024. Elon Musk quietly pulls the plug on Trump's reach. July. The retaliation begins. By September, all-out war. This isn't politics. This is a financial inferno threatening to consume. Over the next 15 minutes, we'll expose how this feud could reshape entire industries and your portfolio. First, the smoking gun tweet that started it all. June 2024, Musk's engineers tweak the algorithm. Trump's posts suddenly reach 37% fewer eyeballs, a silent digital declaration of war. Then came July's overrated broadside at a Phoenix rally, Trump's first public shot across the bow. August's move shocked DC insiders, Musk cutting checks to RFK Jr., Trump's most dangerous primary challenger. And now, Truth Social's nuclear option, banning Tesla ads entirely. This timeline shows all the hallmarks of a coordinated takedown. Follow the money, $45 million flowing to GOP coffers in 2022, reduced to absolute zero this election cycle. That's not just distance, that's deliberate financial warfare. And when Donald Trump Jr. tweets that Elon's ego is out of control, that's the political equivalent of unfriending someone on all platforms, permanently. This isn't just two billionaires bickering. This is a complete rupture of one of the most powerful alliances in tech and politics. Washington isn't just watching the rise of Colossus, it's responding with a vengeance. Less than 72 hours after Elon Musk announced Colossus's first 100-rack deployment, Trump-backed lawmakers rushed through the Patriot AI Act, a sweeping $65 billion subsidy package for US AI firms that explicitly excludes any company connected to Musk. Tesla, blacklisted. xAI, under investigation. Neuralink and Starlink, tagged for enhanced national security review under Section 702 of the updated Patriot Act. It's a political missile disguised as policy. A redacted CHIPS Act PDF slowly reveals one unredacted clause. Entities affiliated with individuals under congressional ethics inquiry are ineligible for wafer fabrication grants. Tesla and xAI highlighted in red. Dojo, the crown jewel of Musk's Silicon dreams, has now lost access to $1.8 billion in CHIPS Act subsidies, all while Intel, Nvidia, and even Amazon scoop up massive federal funding. Grok, xAI's large language model, it's now the target of a Judiciary Committee subpoena, allegedly to investigate algorithmic bias in federal election datasets. But insiders say it's pure retaliation. Visual. Space Force logo flickering on a Starlink terminal feed, static creeping in. The most ominous signal? The Pentagon just suspended new Starlink procurement under contractual review. Starlink represented $6.5 billion in active defense infrastructure contracts. If those go cold, that's not just a chill. That's financial frostbite. But Elon Musk doesn't take punches lying down. His three-pronged survival strategy is already in motion. Part diplomacy, part diversion, part disruption. Left flank covered. Musk brings on former Obama CTO Anish Chopra as chair of xAI's new AI Ethics Council. Behind the scenes, he's quietly coordinating with Senate moderates like Mark Warner to position himself as an AI adult. Even CNN calls it a political facelift. And it's working. xAI is now getting invited to DC roundtables from which it was previously blacklisted. Meanwhile, Grok is being trialed in public classrooms in California and Oregon under new EdTech freedom pilots. China lifeline secured. While DC bickers over Patriot AI subsidies, Musk inks a deal with the Shanghai Municipal Commission, a fully automated Dojo fab plant slated to open Q2 2026. State-backed funds like CIC are pouring in. Xi Jinping's trade envoy even called Colossus a pillar of global intelligence infrastructure. This isn't just offshoring, it's geopolitical insurance. Musk tweet destroying both GOP donkey and Democratic elephant. And the masterstroke? Rebranding as the system's biggest critic. One tweet. Both parties are lobbyists in different suits. Lights up X, hits 78 million impressions, and sparks trending hashtags like post-partisan and AI overlords. Musk isn't running for office, but he's sucking all the oxygen out of the political room. 1. $18 billion in GOP-aligned contracts are under threat. Pentagon procurement sources admit they're reassessing Tesla reliability. That includes EV fleet deals, microgrid infrastructure, even Starlink battlefield integration for NATO allies. Loyalty clauses make severance fast and brutal. In Texas, ERCOT is already reviewing its $600 million grid battery project with Tesla Energy. Quietly, Shell and Siemens are circling. 2. Advertiser exodus. MyPillow moved $25 million in annual spend to Truth Social. But they're just the tip. Verizon, Allstate, and Pfizer have all paused campaigns on X. Internal AdOps memos predict a 43% drop in Q2 brand spend. That's not a slump. It's an advertising collapse. And venture firms are jittery. Benchmark and Founders Fund are reportedly slashing their xAI equity exposure in secondary markets by up to 40%. 3. Consumer revolt. Tesla's brand, once a darling among conservatives, is hemorrhaging loyalty. Favorability among GOP voters has dropped to 32% per Pew, a historic low. Nearly 7 in 10 Republican buyers now say they'd strongly reconsider a Tesla. That's not culture war. That's a 12 billion year revenue hole. Now fast forward to 2025, the political ice age where 3 nightmare timelines loom large. Trump wins? Expect executive orders gutting EV and AI subsidies tied to Musk-affiliated entities. One GOP aide has already drafted a list of companies vulnerable to demuskification. It includes SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, and even the Boring Company. There's chatter of a national AI firewall, akin to the CHIPS Act, that would restrict US LLMs trained on ideologically biased datasets. A direct shot at Grok. Biden wins? The FTC isn't bluffing. Lina Khan's team has a drafted 287-page complaint ready to file within 90 days of inauguration. Sources describe it as the Google breakup order Musk dared them to write. And they finally did. The strategy? Forced divestitures between xAI, Twitter, X, and Tesla's Dojo systems. DOJ is also reportedly eyeing Musk's vertical stack for cognitive surveillance dominance, a brand new antitrust category. Gridlock? The danger goes local. Florida, Missouri, and Idaho have introduced legislation banning AI-powered auto updates in EVs, citing sovereign data threats. Texas is considering a moratorium on Neuralink clinical trials, not because of science, but politics. Even California, once Musk's home turf, has proposed a corporate tax surcharge on firms relocating chip design abroad. It's being nicknamed the Colossus tax. This isn't just a personal feud. It's a full-spectrum war. Legal, economic, cultural. A stress test for every American company caught between Washington, Wall Street, and WeChat. Musk built the Colossus, but can he survive the empire it threatens? The markets are moving, VCs are hedging, governments are plotting, and in 2025, one misstep could crash the entire operating system. Zoom out. This isn't just about Elon Musk. It's about what comes next when AI power is no longer metaphor, but literal. Colossus is just the beginning. The real game is AI sovereignty. Who trains the biggest models, who controls the compute, and who gets to write the rules of machine cognition at planetary scale. Already, we're seeing GPU embargoes forming new blocks, NVIDIA clusters ring-fenced like uranium, AI nationalism rising, with LLMs treated like weapons-grade code. And beneath it all, a cold war over reality itself. Who controls the narratives, the bots, the synthetic influencers that shape elections and markets? In 5 years, Colossus may look primitive, but in 18 months, it could decide who wins wars, who wins elections, and who gets to build the future. Musk built the machine. Washington drew the battle lines. But the real question is this: when the model wakes up, whose side is it on?